Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Scarfinger, and this is the third of my test of what games I want to play for possible future series. Series? Series don't sound right. Well, most series. Um, I I have on NBA Live, and I'm going to use this character. I just started this character. As you can see, is the character is about 6 games into the season, but because my main character that I had reached level 100, this character started off at a 50 rating, so I didn't start off at the bottom, and so because of that, I'm in a much better position to actually affect a game. Is one of the cool things about this game, and about how you don't have to spend a whole bunch of money, because there's no microtransactions. Well, not in this. I believe there's only one mode where there's microtransactions, and that is in the My Team type mode. Everything else, especially for your character, is everything that you make, the points and stuff that you get in the game. There are everything kind of comes across, unless you buy something directly from the store, everything kind of comes across as loot boxes. And so the idea of you buying things, you may have to put some money into it to get like the colors or anything that you want. And one good thing about everything is what you get for one character, as far as like clothing items and stuff like that, is transferable to all of your characters. So, like I said, this character just started, but because I already had a whole bunch of stuff, I could put a whole bunch of accessories on them and whatever like that. So, yeah, let's play a game. So we're gonna play against the Kings now. Full disclosure, there is a first of all, the load times are really long. Two, the rosters are not updated, so everybody is pretty much where they were supposed to be, kind of where they were last year. For the most part, kind of where they were last year, and none of the rookies for this season have been put in the game. If you made a character after August, I think, the trades have been made to where the current players went to the teams that the current players that transferred teams, they have transferred teams, but the new players are not in. So sadly, there's no like Zion, John Morant, RJ Barrett. None of them are in the game at all, and that kind of sucks. And because the new one got canceled, so I really wish at the very least that they would update that, because 100% this is a way more fun game than 2K in every way, shape, or form. When I went back to do a test run before I started playing this, it was the speed and the fun factor was just night and day. And I'm playing on pro just the same. I play on normal for this type of thing. I may need to turn the difficulty up a little bit, but I played on pro there. I'm playing on pro here. I am a point guard, but this point guard, I am 100% a slasher. I cannot shoot threes, but the idea, I want to do another character where I can be a slasher and shoot threes, which is why I want to go. I want to restart. I have one, but I want to restart. If I start one from scratch, I may do Vince Carter archetype, or a Anthony Davis archetype. I don't really play big men. For the most part, I play guards, but they will not let you. They pretty much won't let you pick a shooting guard for the archetypes, which is a little bit weird. So with all that said, I know y'all just staring at this screen, just listening to me talk, and so let's go ahead and get into this. I love the fact that you can pick your uniforms here, and some teams have a lot more of these. It's just just what the Suns have. I kind of like the black. Let's go black. One good thing about this game is the fact that the presentation is phenomenal, as you can see. There's the ESPN integration, especially when we get to halftime. I'll show that briefly. Now that I know where things where I can cut or know when to stop talking because it might need to be cut. So I'm going to do that now. Now, this archetype, I am a Westbrook archetype, which means I can dunk and I catch a lot of bodies. But the problem with this is I cannot shoot threes. I'm terrible at threes, and that's the reason why I want to do the Vince Carter archetype, because the Vince Carter archetype has threes and can catch bodies. Almost caught a body. He was almost in the wrong place at the wrong time. And like when I came back to this, the speed is what mattered. And I can actually play decent defense here, which is kind of important. I can't really, I'm still not like terribly good at it, but I can still play some defense, and that matters a whole lot when it comes to the enjoyment of it. The way that the defense is set up when you pull the left trigger, it's like a huge difference in like helping people like me who are not very good at defense. Bodies. I told you, I catch bodies. I like the fact that you press the right after you do something cool, you can press the right stick in a direction to do some sort of celebration. And then like I already have, you see that green thing at the bottom. It's basic. It's a kind of low level equivalent to like the kind of takeover thing. Whatever your character is good at, the more you do that, the more you can, the closer you get to that. Like I said, I'm a slasher, so like the inside scoring and dunks, as it says over the side. Well, I don't know if you can actually see that because it's pretty. It'll be pretty small on your screen, but I mean, I'm in front of a pretty large TV, so of course I can see it. But and alley-oops work a whole lot better in this game, and I've done some errors in alley-oops because it works a whole lot easier. Actually, to be honest, I don't know if I'm gonna cut a whole lot of this. I can. I mean, I can, but like the other video, even that I cut stuff out of, it's still like 40 minutes. Got him. And like I said, it's and like I don't, you don't have to time you don't have to time layups and such. Yes, blocks. You really get blocked in this game. It's like some of the blocks in this game, it's like freaking volleyball.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here comes some changes. Trying to cash in. Knocks it
Yeah, I
down
got
from
crossed.
mid-range.
Can we all just agree that that handle is next level, but that jumper's wet too?
I have on the plays.
Oh, I had him going there for a second. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was
I have one of the plays because when I was playing before, I was trying to I was trying to learn how the game decides to instruct you
those kind of plays
or
get me
how to
fired up.
actually
That's a
play it.
momentum play. They look
So
lifeless here in the first quarter,
so I
but
put
a
on
dunk like that
plays
can get your team going in the
so
right
that I
direction.
can bodies, nope, layups.
He gets it.
And man, the feel of this game is like night and day, and the fact that it feels so it feels better, and like you don't have to like
By the Suns.
you don't have to pay for your character to feel like they can do anything. Bodies.
Look out. Big finish at the rim.
I want that's pretty much. I'm just gonna be dunking on people pretty much all game because that's pretty much what I can do. Like I'm a slasher, so I pretty much play inside,
To Alec Burks.
which is not a bad thing.
Goes to the left side. De'Aaron Fox to Alec Burks. Here comes the screen. Shot clock winding down. Has a look. Shot by Fox. No good.
Can I catch it? Nope. He cut me off. Got it anyway.
With authority.
Got it
Jay,
anyway.
this is getting scary fast.
Like so it's really just for this character is just like a dunk fest. That's part of the reason why I wanted to do a forward. When you pick the archetype for Vince Carter, he's a small forward, and then I also thought about taking the archetype of Anthony Davis as a power forward center, because catching bodies. That's all this. That's all this character does. I've been doing this whole time because when you play through the career part of this, it's a you start off and you play a couple of small like tournaments, and you play overseas. Of course, the story. Your character
As they continue to
your character is out of football. Out of basketball, and he kind of does some work to try to get back,
that misses.
and
3 seconds left.
kind of like the whole DJ angle.
Do it for the first quarter. The Suns lead it big.
Kind of like the whole DJ angle in one of the 2K games, but so you pick it up and you get invited to a game in Paris, and you play with some of the rookies of this year, not of last year, the rookies and some pros, and then you go overseas. And then you can either try out for the NBA and see where you get ranked, or you can continue basically playing street ball. There's some other things that happen. It introduces you to the different mechanics of the game, like the court battles and stuff like that. Court battles is kind of like a Clash of Clans type thing, where you create, you unlock characters, you unlock players, and you build a lineup, and you design a home court and everything, and you when you're away, people can actually challenge your team, and you unlock like new you unlock new ooh, you got blocked. You unlock new rule sets and stuff like that, so you set up what your court is about. Like, you tell them what kind of game. Oh snap, I gotta shoot. Oh man, I made that. I don't know how I made that. That was pure luck, and it was probably mostly timing because I was guarded and everything. So I was talking and I didn't realize that I was running out of time. And when he passed me back the ball, I was like, shoot, I gotta shoot it. I can't remember what I was saying. Oh, the court battles. It's kind of like Clash of Clans. So you set up everything, and when you're away, people can actually challenge your court, and and then you can go and you can challenge other people's courts and take on with their settings and their players that they have. And when you do that, you do that with your created character. Mostly, you do it with your created character, and when they come to you, you can if you defend while you're away and stuff like that. If your team actually does well, you actually get points, and those points you use to just buy more stuff. And like that's kind of the name of the game. Like everything is inside the game, which is oh snap. I lost him, but I came back. I told you, defense is a lot easier to play in this game. A lot easier.
And the rebound taken down by the Suns.
Catching bodies. Oh, he couldn't catch the body. I still made it.
Inside the paint on that one.
Because I already started at like a level 50. Like this game, this is a lot easier of a game to play, and you're way more likely to actually like succeed in this game than 2K, because 2K I think is made intentionally hard so that you feel inadequate so you'll spend money, because it's all about the cash with them. That was a bad pass.
Sacramento to Hield. Here comes the screen. Buddy Hield.
He got that off. And I like how you're not penalized. You're not really penalized in this game. You're not penalized for a whole bunch of stuff that you had like no control over. Like if my man gets around me, like somebody sets a pick and I don't get there fast enough, I don't get the left your defender. Now, if that guy gets the ball and he shoots, you definitely get your man was wide open and took a shot penalty. But it's not like the kind of back-breaking thing that 2K tries to do to you.
Nothing going here on that drive. Yes.
Bodies.
And the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
Catching bodies. That's pretty much. I think that's what I'm going to call this. This is catching bodies. Catching bodies, the game. Another reason why I might not cut a whole lot out of this is because the quarters are shorter. The quarters are shorter. I already got 27 points. It ain't even halftime.
Free throw's good.
Jeez.
It's a three-point play. This big first half continues.
Oh, I got my ankles broken.
Deep two there. Won't go.
He got me.
Follow won't go either. Grabs
Good
his
grief.
own miss
Can y'all get a
and
rebound?
scores. Good concentration
Please.
in the paint. First half
Okay,
of
so
as we are at halftime.
I'll probably cut a lot of that out. So we're going to halftime. One of the things about the halftime is, well, first of all, the presentation. I love watching highlights, especially of me catching bodies. You know how that goes. It's beautiful. Look at how awesome that is. Even though the character's a little ugly, I just pick random faces. I'm not one of those people that's gonna scan my own face to put me in here. So the cool thing about halftime is this the Sports Center type presentation. I typically only go to two things here. I could do the highlights. I go to the player of the half, which is probably me.
The film speaks for itself. He's definitely the player of the half. Now he just got to give an encore to get his team to win.
It's me throwing assists. I hope they're not trying to give it to Holmes. Yeah, it's me. And I'm doing pretty well for myself. I even got a couple rebounds, which I don't typically get. And then I usually see who was cold. It's sometimes, most of the time, is my man because I can actually play defense. And then I skip.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
And we're back in the game. So, yeah, like I said, presentation is spot on. I dig the presentation quite a bit. I love the way you play, the kind of part of the way that you play defense in this is when your guy has the ball. There's that little arrow that kind of gives you an idea of where they might go. Ooh. Ooh, boy. That was embarrassing. That was embarrassing. Is there anything to say there? I mean, the only nice thing I say is that there wasn't anybody under him. Because if that was another body, like towards the end of the last, that was a bad shot. I knew that was a bad shot. I should have passed out of it. Towards the end of the last half, I started getting double teamed. I was doing so well. I mean, I got 30 something points like in the first half. So definitely because of starting at a higher level, I should probably increase the difficulty if I start a playthrough here. Yeah, see, the double teams have started. Oh, that was almost a bad pass. That's all right. I mean, I don't think there's a way we're gonna lose this game. Ooh, he got that. That was a good play. That was a really good play.
That dribble freed him up. It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Yeah, he's coming to do the double team.
Here's a chance from long range. He was almost
The double team helps me get assists because oh man, I almost got bodied. I pressed the wrong button. And he instead of jumping, he tried to swipe at the ball. If he would have dunked that, and I would have been lost. He would have got my ass.
trying to cash in. The shot.
All right. So it looks like the team is trying to lose this. I didn't think we were going to lose this, but it looks like the team is trying.
You want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball.
You see that little arrow. If I correctly predicted which way he was going to go, you kind of cut him off. That comes up when you're holding the left trigger. In like you kind of put yourself in more to like a defensive stance, and if you're close to your character, he kind of like pushes up on him just to try to keep him from going one way or the other. But you kind of feel it. It's almost like the game's version of hand checking. Oh, that was bad, but that wasn't me. Yeah, they touched it.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
I got a problem. They keep doubling me.
To Kelly Oubre.
They keep doubling me, but typically if they double me, they usually send the big man up top, and I just kind of throw it towards the rim, and whoever the big man left open is gives me an easy assist, and that's kind of how I rack up assists in this game. When they start doubling, I just pass out of the doubles. I told you, volleyball. It's all volleyball. But this is also a time... Oh, shit. I got blocked up in everybody. This is also a time when the game can get quite boring. Especially when they're double teaming you every... And pass it back. How did he lose the ball?
And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Suns.
I don't know what happened. Oh, he went out of bounds. I don't know what happened there. The Suns are pretty terrible in real life. Well, actually, I'm not exactly sure what they are this year. They used to be.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
I don't know what my layup package is. Yeah, now I'm just taunting the crowd. I'm just doing stupid stuff. I don't know what my layup package is, but that didn't seem like a normal layup. And just like everything else, once I unlock a layup package, I have it for any of my characters that have that can actually do the thing, you know? That was bad.
Free throws good
Still made
as
it.
they continue to widen their lead.
I don't know how I made that, but I still
To
made it.
Bagley.
Like I said, this game is like,
The lefty Hoodrich.
compared to 2K, this game is very forgiving.
To Bagley.
You can see I messed up on that defense there, and I didn't. Like he almost blew past me because I picked the wrong one.
Because either they're posterizing
And count the basket.
I think at this point they're just gonna try to double team me every time I touch the ball. So there really is no reason for me to try to do anything other than figure out who to pass it to.
What is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Alec Burks to Bagley.
That was bad. I left him.
Count the bucket for 2.
Oh, they gave me the points for contesting the shot, even though that was really terrible. That was really terrible defense. I left him by, so yeah, they're trying to double team. So come on, man, why didn't you hesitate?
Just enough of a head fake
Just
to help on
give
that
me
one.
the assist, though. Game's almost over.
Let's see if
So
we'll try that one.
Yes.
got one.
And the foul. And a
Yeah, buddy.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great
I wanted to
sell by the
catch
offensive
I wanted to
player.
catch
But
another
guess what?
body. I know I wanted to take a shot, but I saw that clear as day. I wanted that one, so I got him. Look how clean that was. He just, and then watch him just duck for cover. Like, I'm surprised he hit the ground. And look, I got 42 points.
free throws good. Add one more
I
to
got
the
42
total.
points
This game
in less
feels
minutes
out of
because I
reach.
believe to try to maximize
Alec Burks.
my stuff with 2K, I have it on 9-minute quarters, and this is on 5-minute
Some players are
quarters.
so cerebral. I'm not even paying
So this
attention
game
to
is
the dunk
almost
as
over.
much as I'm paying attention to the
And
player
like,
pointing and
to be
communicating
honest,
to everybody
like,
his team needs a guard on the next play down.
caught another
Stops
one.
it down with the guard.
Just take them.
Jay, that's been
I
the
mean, for
story
real,
this
at this point,
I
just
mean,
take them.
another one, another dunk, another easy possession.
I
how
have had
demoralizing
way
can this be
more
for the
fun
team?
with this
Why am I the only one
than
yelling?
I
don't
have
see
had
anybody on the
playing
bench yelling.
all
I
of
don't see anybody
2K20.
on the court even angry right now.
All of it.
Not that time. A shot at the buzzer. It's the Suns
And
with the
I mean,
victory.
just absolutely an easy win. But like seriously, I've had way more fun with this than I had with all of 2K. Like all of the 2K20 that I've played, and I've had some pretty decent games, but it hasn't felt like this. I guess on some level you can say that this is easier, but it just feels better. And it doesn't feel like it's designed to punish me, and you know, is way more designed to let you kind of fill out your basketball fantasy because this is a lot easier. You don't have to time layups, which is a good thing. Let's see. I just want to go to the player of the game and just make sure it's me. That's all. That's typically all I do. Let's go to the player of the game and then. So I will probably do a little bit more. I personally, I would rather play this for the series, but anyone who cares about like the authenticity and they care about, more recent rosters and everything else, might want me to go back to 2K because there's none of that here. Wow, he was pretty terrible. He shot 6 shots and didn't make a single one. That blows. I mean, I think 2K is all right, but honestly, I don't think it compares with this. Like this, it just feels better. It feels, it's fun. And even if I turn the difficulty up one, or if I don't, I can keep the difficulty the same and then start fresh on the PlayStation, because I bought this game. Well, I got the game through. I was able to play through EA Access, and then I went and bought it because it was on sale for like $10. So even though it was on Access, I didn't know when it was gonna go to the vault. So I just spent the $10 to unlock it, and then they had a sale, and this game was like $3 on the not $3, $6 on the PlayStation. So I went and bought it on the PlayStation too. Now, granted, I have not played as much on the PlayStation, but it's still, the game still feels the same. I mean, of course, I personally prefer this controller, but the game still feels the same. And so like I would still be starting from a level. I will be starting from scratch instead of starting from somewhere where I'm like I start off as a level 50 like I would here if I start a new character. So like, answer that. If you want to see more NBA Live, let me know, and we can do this. If you want me to start from scratch on the PlayStation, I could do that. I could hook the PlayStation up to this, or I can start with a level 50 on Xbox, but increase the difficulty some to make it a little bit harder for me. I would really just kind of increase it one level. But like, yeah, like I said, if I had a choice, which I do, but I don't. I kind of want to. I do want to create videos, but I also want to create videos that people want to see. So, if you want to see that, and you want to see my struggles with trying to figure out how to play sports games, just let me know. I think I might do a Madden game next. I want to do a Madden game because I want to do they have that face of the franchise mode. The only real drawback to this game, I will say, before I close this out, the only real drawback to this game is there aren't really any cutscenes. The story mode is basically you, in between you have conversations with people through text message, and that's pretty much it.
See y'all next time.
So yeah, so like, thank y'all for checking your boy out, and I appreciate you. And if we do go back to NBA Live, then I'll show you kind of all of the things that I have amassed that I can use for any of my characters, which is dope. I can show you some of the stuff, menu and stuff wise, and things that you can unlock, and things that you a lot of things that you do outside of this. This is just a gameplay test. So yeah, I wanted to just play a game, so I did. Go to like, share, subscribe, do the things. We appreciate you, and this is your boy Scarfinger. Scarcasm podcast. GGR Universe is the YouTube. Holla. Peace out to the Warriors, yo.